These visuals, these live broadcasts that you're seeing on DD Sport is the 36th National Games live telecast from the Kho mats of Gujarat, where we are getting you these final medal ceremony from the 36th National Games.
Now, these are the representatives from all over the country who belong to various states, organizations, the associations, who've left no stones unturned to promote Kho, to encourage students, the young aspirants who want to pick up Kho as their career. Srijesh, the captain of Kerala, now coming in. And for me, this is the special moment.
Well, this is a great opportunity that's been presented by Gujarat as a state. You know, the two captains from the two teams, the two finalist teams, getting an opportunity to felicitate the umpires and the referees of this particular national championship. Clearly a great moment for them, to show their gratitude for the wonderful conduct of the 36th National Games. The captain from Kerala, the long line of administrators and chief referees of this particular contest coming from the length and breadth of the country, but clearly making it a moment to remember this particular edition of the National Games, the way in which they conducted it. It went without a blemish, and it's left a mark in the minds of the people who've enjoyed this live broadcast of Kho over the last 5 days.
Well, the heroics of Srijesh has been known to so many. But also, there are contributors behind the curtains, behind the scenes. Surya Prakash Khatriji, one of the advisors of the Kho Federation of India, is one of them, who's encouraged the sports persons, who's encouraged the Kho fraternity to come forward. And they landed up organizing a professional league. Who would have thought that Kho would reach to such heights where the celebrations will go to a level not less than any other professional sport in the globe.
Well, exactly, that's what's helped the game, you know. Slow and steady wins the race. The game of Kho now transcending the national boundaries, reaching across to many countries. There is a wide expectation that close to 36 countries play the game of Kho, and we can expect more and more participation with the growth of the game of Kho. Remember, it's an inexpensive sport, and that's the big advantage. Any country can look forward to playing the game. And the coach of the national team, Sumit Bhatia, there, picture of inspiration, the way in which he's held the smooth conduct of the 36th National Games.
Well, hails from Faridabad, Haryana, and Mr. Tyagi, the General Secretary and the women's team's coach. They worked tirelessly till early hours of the morning. They never went back to the hotel. Each time I spoke to them, they said 3:30 in the morning, 4:30 in the morning, and back on the courts at 7:30.
Well, you know, you require that kind of backroom management for the successful conduct of the games, and got to give full marks to Sumit Bhatia as well as MS Tyagi for the running around that they have gone about doing in this particular edition of the National Games, and that's very evident in the success that the game of Kho has managed to get in the last 2 to 3 years.
Well, that's a chant which is getting popular. Let's go. And that's a chant to encourage so many people across the country. But I tell you, Anil, it's not just the game for the youngsters, for somebody who's 19, 20, 16, 17-year-old. But now it's gaining popularity. There are veteran leagues that are being organized all over the country. It's heartening to hear that. People like you and me can probably opt to step on the Kho court, not as broadcasters, but as players.
Well, that surely is a window of opportunity that you have spoken about. That's worth a try. Maybe we need to have a game for veterans. That's very much a possibility, very much on the horizon. The way the game of Kho has spread its wings across the length and breadth of the country. Time now for the presentation ceremony. We begin with the bronze medals that will be given to the two teams of Karnataka and West Bengal. Remember, West Bengal pipped Karnataka for the bronze medal, but in a team event, especially in the game of Kho, both teams all the 4 teams that reach the semi-finals, and both teams that finish, or the losing semi-finalists, get a chance, get an opportunity to bag the bronze medal.
Well, Savage is the mascot of the National Games 2022, which of course is the 36th edition. And the Honorable Prime Minister, in his speech on the inaugural day, said that Savage also reflects India's mood, a passion for fearless entry into the sporting arena. Well, a fearless entry by the Kho fraternity here for sure.
Well, clearly the team from Karnataka and West Bengal impressed many with their performance. But when you run into tough opposition like Kerala and Maharashtra in the semi-finals, you don't stand much of a chance to win that particular outing. And both these teams across the last 6 days of the national championship, we have seen them perform at various levels in the group stage, also in the semi-finals. They impressed many. They won hearts with their superlative display of Kho across the last 6 days.
For the team from Karnataka, who were also involved in the minimum chase, with, of course, a team that took almost, for me, it took no time to finish the game. That's Bengal.
Well, exactly. The way they started, they looked iffy, but then they slowly managed to crawl or, sneak into the semi-finals. They were, along with Delhi, the two teams that ended with just one win in their group stage, but then managed to sneak into the semi-finals. But a sneak into the semi-finals is a big, big booster for the game of Kho, especially in the state of West Bengal, where this particular game will spread its wings across the many districts of the state, and people and kids will be thrilled to see this performance by the boys from West Bengal. Will be looking that this magic can be replicated, the color of the medal can be changed at the next national championship.
Well, on your screen, the man who's wearing a very smart turban is Mr. Upkar Singh, who of course is the Vice President of KKFI.
The Joint Secretary of Kho Federation of India, Chandrajit Jadhav from Maharashtra, they are now presenting the medals to the bronze medal winning team of Karnataka, the team that's got 2 to 3 stars that's played in the professional league. They had almost 7-8 players that have played in the professional league, but the coach was unable to put all the team together. They wanted to give their youth and experience of playing at the nationals, and this particular team had the right mix of youth and experience, and the coach happy with the performance that the Karnataka team have put in bagging the bronze medal at the 36th national games.
Well, Subhashish Chantra, one of the star attackers in the team Bengal, showed his skills in the professional league, is also one of the recipients there. Mohammad Tasin, I can identify him, standing with the team Karnataka at the moment, who's receiving the bronze medal.
Well, you got to give it to the coach, especially the call that he took when he had close to 8 to 9 players that have played in the professional league to be brought for the nationals. He decided to go for a young squad because he wanted to give them exposure of playing the national games. And kudos to the coach and the manager for putting this team through, and the team not disappointing, reaching the semi-finals and winning the bronze medal at the 36th national games.
That's a great point made. Youngsters showcasing their skills. And it's not all about the professional league. The professional league came in with a motive. They came in to promote Kho, and that's given extra dimension to the thoughts, to the planning of a Kho player, or for that matter, any youngster who wants to play Kho professionally. Professional entrants actually build up that vision on those who want to take up sport as a profession. And that happens in every sport.
Monish, there could be many talent scouters, especially with the leagues around, looking at these young talents that have come about at the 36 national games and would be eyeing some of these young guns to be picked up by the professional teams for the league next season.
The point made there by Anil Thomas. But it's time now for the silver medalists, a team that tried pretty hard. But when I spoke to their captain Sri Jesh, while they were dancing on the floor, could still manage to talk to me with those drum beats going on. And he said that we knew it's a tough team. We gave our best and we are satisfied with that. Very happy, contented with that.
Well, exactly. The performance that Kerala put through the entire tournament. They were unbeaten across the tournament, but in the final they met their challenge in Maharashtra. Remember the last time that national games were held in 2015 in Kerala. Kerala as hosts were runners-up to Maharashtra, and 7 years later the Kerala team came with an idea to conquer this particular national championship. They came pretty close, but in the end could not change the color of the medal, and were happy to settle for the silver medal at the 36th national games.
Well, that's the competition manager, Virendra Pratap, who's giving away the royal stole. And I call royal stole because this stole is going to be with these players for a long, long time. They'll not use it anywhere, and they'll use it as a souvenir.
Well, you know, any medal that a player manages to collect anywhere with his performance clearly is always a remembrance, is always a part of the cupboard or the shelf that athletes put all their medals together. And this particular team from Kerala, God's own country, tried to impress across this particular tournament. The tournament director there felicitating and presenting the medals to the runners-up team of Kerala. Well, the captain Sri Jesh there standing third from the right of your screens. Number 3, the Mahesh, the star player, the first batch of Raiders, or the first batch of defense that Kerala put together. The two players next to the captain Sri Jesh did have a memorable run in this 36 national games, and Kerala standing on with the silver medal in this particular edition of the national games. These 3 players standing 1, 2, 3 along with the captain have a big role to play in the success of this particular team from down south.
Well, if you want to earn a gold medal and you've been asked to wait for long, imagine what a feeling would be when the wait is over. They've climbed the podium to receive the gold medal for decades now. The representation from Maharashtra this year by these boys, the 15 boys who stand in front of you. Suyash Gargate, Akshay Bhangre, Rishikesh Murchavade, the captain, Milind Kurpe,
Ramji Kashyap, the player that's impressed everybody with his performance. Dilip Sengar, Sagar Potdar, Akshay Desai, Suraj Lavde. All these players have become household names with the performance that they have put together in this particular edition of the tournament. And remember, Maharashtra is the cradle from where Kho flourishes across the country, and this particular team has always been able to help find new talent, especially in India. So one needs to applaud the talent that comes from Maharashtra and the number of players that come from Maharashtra. Well, in Maharashtra, there is a small village, Ichal Karanji, from where this talent, Kho talent, keeps coming time and again. If Haryana's Bhiwani can produce the boxers, Maharashtra's Ichal Karanji is the place from where Kho players keep coming out. Every season we see more and more players coming, and Maharashtra once again. The team that Maharashtra had in this particular edition, I think the bench strength was enough to help some of the teams in this particular tournament change the color of the medal.
and I'm also very happy for the people of Maharashtra. I mean, talk about Avinash Sable, talk about the heroics played by the Indian captain in cricket team. The Kho team hails from Maharashtra. Ichal Karanji, as you named, is one of the hubs of Kho. The Odisha government is doing everything that is possible for sports persons. What else do you want if you're a sports lover?
Well, it's a great promotion to indigenous sport in this edition of the National Games, and the medal winners, they're standing proudly before you as the national anthem will be played.